I call myself a tea coach because I try to help people find the tea they like. It's a big world. There are thousands and thousands of different teas, and it's hard to find exactly the one you like if you don't really know how to be guided in that world. So. I was born in Denmark, and I was born in Elsinore, which is Hamlet's place, but in the main street of the old town was also a coffee roastery, and that's where my dad worked. So I was actually born in a coffee roastery, the smell of coffee and tea, of course. But I've lived most of my life in Denmark until I was 30, and I met my husband, and we moved to Hong Kong later on when we got Chrissy, and then when we got Lynn, she was born in Hong Kong, and learned about tea and Chinese eating in Hong Kong. And I always liked making events, arrangements, and being in charge of things like that.
I think I remember her drinking coffee for a good part of my childhood, but then as we got older she got into tea and just totally gave up coffee altogether, and it was just tea, tea, tea from then on.
I had been at an expo, World Tea Expo, which is where all the tea importers and exporters and tea councils all over the world meet in the United States. So the first one I went to was in Rhode Island, and I had no idea you could do so much in tea. But I got some good contacts, and I started getting samples, and then I decided to start the business.
It's just her running her own little private company, so the family helps out with it. This is my favorite teapot and my favorite teacup. This is Tea, a Magazine. It's a magazine that my mom subscribes to. And this is an article that she wrote for the magazine about tea tins. And then she wanted me to take pictures of them for the article, and they got published. And I help her with like tasting the tea, because sometimes she might have a different opinion than me, and I help her take the pictures and with the website and everything.
The website was made by my daughter, Kirsten Kristensen. She's my web designer, and she designed it all from scratch.
I usually do the website design and any other graphic design she needs. If she needs something updated, if she needs pictures posted on it.
Well, it's a lot about tea in this house. There's tea everywhere, pretty much. Teacups and teapots. It started in a little corner and then one shelf, and then it kind of grew out of that. I don't think people will not recognize when they come into the house that this is a tea house.
It started in Canada, I think, when we went to a tea store there. We were in Ottawa, and it was a cold day. We went in and we bought some tea, and then we went back to the hotel room and drank it, and it was a nice experience. And then I guess Kirsten wanted to bring it into, being more serious about it.
When I first started the business, I wanted to be a little different from most of the other tea businesses, my competitors. So I decided to emphasize green tea, flavored green teas, because that was a new area. On the Girl Scout part of it, since I'm an active Girl Scout leader, people know me from this way. And I did, like I said before, a lot of Girl Scout tea parties for brownies. So I got a reputation that this is one of the things I do. I'm the tea lady in the Girl Scouts, so they contact me and have Girl Scout programs for their... but also for adults, I do programs I've done programs for Brookdale Community College, non-profit classes, and for the Monmouth County Park System. The benefits of the tea helped stomach ailments, how it would help you stay awake. If you had to study something, had to concentrate, tea was very beneficial for that. Not meaning that you couldn't go to sleep. Tea does help you focus. So if you need to stay awake to do a study, you need to finish some homework, you need to read a book, tea will help you stay awake and focus on it. If you're tired and you really want to go to sleep, if you drink a cup of tea, it will soothe you and you'll make you focused on sleeping so you can actually sleep. My reason for doing tea instead of a healthy cafe with healthy food was that tea has so many other aspects, but it's not, you can't really drink too much of it. If you only drink tea made in a liquid form, you will only do yourself good. And one of my goals and my missions for the company is to help people get healthier. I may like some teas, but I think it's important that other people have tasted them too. So Lynn, my daughter Lynn, is my cupper.
If it like smells bad or tastes bad, obviously you don't want to sell it. I don't know, some might smell good when the leaves are dry, but then when they're wet and you actually steep them, it might smell bad.
She actually quite enjoys it and put a lot of effort in educating other people on the benefits of drinking tea and the history of tea.
Every once in a while there's something that we do that people find different, like simple things like when we eat, most people say that they eat pretty early and they eat on their own, but every single night my family sits down to dinner together and people are always saying like, oh, that's so weird, but it's normal for us.
It's actually a hobby also. Tea drinking is a hobby. I mean, drinking tea for the health benefits is great, but it's also good for friendship. It's good for relaxing, just sitting down with a cup of tea and you're starting thinking differently. And myself, I mean, when you drink all the tea I do, drink about 10-12 cups a day, I stay very calm, very focused. When I do tea parties, it's great to be the older tea lady. It's fine. I don't have to be a young tea lady. So I can take this with me and retire and still do maybe less amount of parties, but I can still do tea parties. I can still educate about it. I can write. It's relaxing. It's beautiful. That's traditional. There's a lot of things in a cup of tea. Like I say, you can improve your health one cup at a time and do something good for yourself.